The process of finishing high school and getting to college has been complicated, to say the least, right, in the past year, with all the delays and restrictions due to COVID-19. How do we get our college funding back on track? Jeff Bangerter is a state registered investment advisor, here to look at the challenges and also to help us through it. Good morning, Jeff. Thank you so much for being with us.
You bet, May. Thanks for having me.
All right, let's get our kids into college. You have two grown kids yourself. You have a grandson about to get into college. It's so important to talk money. Money when these kids are going off to college. How do you start these conversations and continue them so that your kids who are about to go off to college understand how important it is to save and have this funding?
I think like with our grandson, who will be going soon, we're actually taking a tour, my daughter and their family are taking a tour of the colleges to help them understand that this is not just some free thing. It's not like high school. It is expensive, and you're going to have to do a ton of research. The scholarships that are available in the grants are not easy to find. You have to dig in.
Let's talk about that. I have a daughter who's a high school junior, and I keep telling you need to look up scholarships. Well, where do I go? How do I? And the conversation keeps happening, and it's getting frustrating. There are scholarships out there for every single tiny little thing, but you have to make the time and that investment in the time.
Yeah, they're literally billions of dollars, and it's for all kinds of things. So I would start with whatever they like. I was doing a little bit of research and found some for if you're a vegetarian, there's money. If you're a snowboarder, there's money. You know, so I would start with what they're interested in and then kind of branch from there. Because if they could get a scholarship in something that they love or something that intrigues them, then they'll spend the time kind of looking into it. And it's always important to really remember the difference between these grants or scholarships and student loans.
Okay, sure, that's a very important distinction.
Right,
so what are the differences?
Well, student loan, you're going to have to pay back every penny plus interest, right, versus the grants, it's free money. And so the more they can find, the more they can do in the grants and scholarships, the better it's going to be for them. And if, as a parent, if you were thinking of helping, it'll be better for you as well.
In general, who qualifies for these grants?
Well, anybody can qualify for the grants. You know, the FAFSA form, the financial aid for federal student aid, is different. It is the less income or the less assets the family have, the more money you'll get, right? So you want to fill out the FAFSA form regardless of your financial ability.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you may get some money that you're unaware of, but I think that I would encourage everybody to do that, but really focus on doing the research on the grants, on the scholarships, again, into something that you really enjoy, or the student enjoys, right?
For the loans, a student can apply for the loans, but then can parents apply for a separate loan?
Correct. So right now, you can have the student get the loan and then they're obligated, right? And you want to have that conversation with them that, hey, this is a debt. You're going to be obligated until you pay it off, right? Now, as a parent, you already know that. And there are federal loans that you can get. You'll have to pay them back as well. Biden administration has been talking about forgiving, student loans. That hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. What's the latest with that?
Just, still a thought out there. Nothing in reality yet.
Okay. I know of a lot of adults now who say that they had gotten into a certain school but couldn't go just because their family couldn't make the finances come together. What would you say to those families?
Well, again, if you can really focus on, don't bypass the federal aid. The government's got plenty of money that they're doling out, so fill out the FAFSA form and then do the research for those grants and scholarships. And beyond that, if you really want to take a loan, then think about it. Really do the math. What is this going to cost? How long is it going to pay back, take to pay it back based on the whatever it is they're going to major in, right?
Such important information. Jeff Bangerter with Bangerter Financial Services, thank you so much for being with us this morning.